What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. You're watching TWA Motorsports. In today's video, I've got a guy that is on Facebook that recovers seats, and he is coming out to recover my seats and fix the heater on the driver's side. So I want to show you guys what it's doing. I don't know whether he said it takes him about 4 hours all in to do tops and bottoms and all. So I don't know if I'm going to show you any of his process. I don't even know if he wants to be on film, to be honest with you guys. But you know that we've got some issues here on the side. It drives me nuts to get in and out of this thing. And I don't necessarily think the foam, well, maybe the foam's shot there. He said that he would replace the foam, recover the top and the bottom so we can make this thing look nice again. And then obviously, guys, I think this is broken, but maybe we can address that as well. I think you can actually order these. I think I did that on Amazon actually for the dually. But so what happens now is the passenger side heat on the seat works. But if you put your key in and turn this thing on, actually you got to start it. So we'll push this and then like maybe 3 or 4 seconds, it clicks off, which is a telltale sign that either your switch is bad, which this one's not, or your element in the seat is burned out, which is very common in these. The backs or the bottoms burn out. There's one in each. He's going to be replacing those. So what I thought we would do is I thought I'd save him a little bit of time, go ahead and get the seats loose and ready for him to take out. The other thing, guys, is I may, since these buttons are all worn, I may in this video try to replace this also. I don't know. It just depends on how easy that is to get. I would really like to do it on both sides because both of them are bad. And I think these are relatively cheap. I will list them in the description if we get to that point. But the very first thing we need to do is these are an inverted hex is what they call them. But I will tell you guys that a 15 millimeter will work on the front and an 11 millimeter will work on the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, loosen these seats up for him, just to give him a nice little head start. I also think I'll probably let him stay in the shop and do this. He's traveling to me, which is awesome. Like, I don't have to take these or be without him. We can still drive it. And if he's okay with it, I may put a little of his info on camera or list it in the description if you guys are somewhat local. I don't know how far out he goes. He's about an hour and a half from me. But let's get started by getting the 15s and the 11s out. The fronts are nut, the back are bolts. We got the seats loose. Sometimes it helps to have a magnet to get the nut out of the front, but I always take the front out first. And the reason I do that is it gives you a little more room than if you do it the other way around. So I want the seat all the way forward to give us more room to pull it out of the door. You still got to watch this and not hit your door with it, but I'm going to leave them in place because he may want them in a certain position in order to make his life easier disassembling. So I've got the two 15s out of the front, the two 11s out of the back. Mine actually still had the plastics that cover the rear. You don't have to use those, but that's kind of nice that it still has those. Those seats have probably never been out, if I had to guess. Let's see what he wants to do next. It's been several days since I actually started this video. So he came out, did the seats. I did not show you guys that process. It did take him about 4 hours to get it accomplished, but the seats look pretty good. He didn't have a steamer with him. He had forgot it, so they're kind of wrinkly right now. I think they'll work themselves out. I do have a steamer that I could run over them, but guys, take a look at what we have now. You can see the wrinkles that I'm talking about. The back's not as bad, but obviously got these recovered as well. Look, it's kind of a cheaper product. It's not the original leather, but the match is pretty spot on, and I'm happy, honestly. He also replaced the foam in this side, fixed the heater top and bottom because the heater was broken. These were burned up. Generally, when you take these covers off, the heater will tell you the tail here. So this one was all burned, so was the top one. So both of these were out. I will tell you that it works great now, and it heats up pretty quickly, to be honest with you. So look, you can buy these kits and do this stuff yourself. I just chose for the price that he gave me. Guys, I paid $550 for him to do both front seats. He put new foam in this one and new heating elements top and bottom. Honestly, I don't I don't know that you could buy it and do it for that. Maybe you can, but I thought it was worth it. So that's what I paid him to do this job. I'll try to list that stuff in the description down below. It's starting to rain, as you can hear, but anyway, next we're gonna move on to a couple things that I wanna fix. One of which I don't think is here yet, but I do have a new switch for this guy here. But before we get to that, I wanna show you something that just came in today. I actually got new floor mats for this. And look, I can't stand these, like, I call these like Walmart floor mats. These like, I don't even know what they're called. It's like a Rubbermaid or something. They look stupid. And you can see these are just completely wrecked. They don't fit great. And so I wanted something, obviously, that wasn't tan. I didn't want, look, there's some staining in the carpet that we're just gonna deal with. I'm not gonna replace the carpet in this thing, but I wanted something to cover, and I wanted something that was a little darker than what the factory color was. So let's go look at what I got, because they make different colors. I could have got tan, but I just, like I said, I didn't want something that was super light. So I chose to go with brown. You can see them sitting here. And I actually got these from Lloyd's. Lloyd's makes some of the best floor mats on the market. I know several people are like, get WeatherTech. Well, guys, I don't like WeatherTech floor mats. I never have been a fan of them. As a matter of fact, I sold a set tonight that came in Dana's her SS. G8, SS, almost the same. But I actually sold the set that came in that. But I thought the brown would look nice on the inside of this. And they fit good. Look at that fitment. It's gonna take a little while for them to lay down. They came in a package that was, you know, wadded up in a ball, essentially. But look at that fitment there. So I only got the first and second row. I didn't think it was necessary to get the one for the back. We're not gonna use the back that often, to be quite honest with you. So I thought, well, why do we really need the back, you know? Let's see how the passenger one fits. Like I said, it's gonna take a little bit of heat cycling to get these things fitting perfect, but the quality of the carpet on the Lloyd stuff, and I just got the cheapest option available. So they make a like Luxe or Premium Luxe, or I don't even know what it's called, but check that out. Check out the fitment on the Lloyd stuff. It's just top notch. Now, would the aftermarket mat cover a little further up? Absolutely it would, but I thought that looks good. It's dark enough where it's not gonna show, you know. I don't know, just my take on it. Let's grab the back one and see if we can get it in next. I may have to move the seats up a little bit to get it in. It's a little bigger. No, we should be, it'll be all right. Anyway, one of the switch that I'm replacing on the door, I have the driver's side, but the passenger side, they do not make new. You've got to buy a used one. And so I found a used one and I ordered it off of eBay. Just hasn't came in yet. I don't know why they make a driver's side one, but not a passenger side in the aftermarket. Let's see if we can get this in here. Man, that looks really good back here. That covers a lot that we would have seen. Perfect. Look how good that fits. Right underneath, right up to the edges on both sides. Yeah, that's gonna look good, especially after, like I said, it gets a couple heat cycles in it. And that'll keep the floor looking really nice. And I could finally toss these that I've hated ever since I bought this thing. Now, I will tell you that Lloyd sends some hooks for the driver's side. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to use them. They just, you poke a hole in the carpet and they just basically screw in. I don't know, maybe I should use them. It might help keep the mat in place, but what I may do is give it a couple days, a couple heat cycles possibly, because what I'm afraid is going to happen is I'm not going to get them where I want them. But I'll show them to you anyway. They I don't know why they just come on the driver's side. Maybe because it gets the most action. but these guys here, they just have a screw on them and it's a hook, and not really a whole lot to it. And then they've got some cleaning instructions on here. But guys, I use these in my ZR1 back in the day. I bought them for several vehicles. I honestly would like to buy a set for my green truck, which by the way is up in the garage right now. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll buy some for it. You can order samples from them. I just chose to go with brown because I knew I didn't want tan, but I really need to order some samples for my 02 because the 99 to 02 has got a little more blue in it than gray. But now that we got those in, let's move on to this door switch. For the switches, I just went to Amazon and bought the driver's side. Now, depending on what model you have and what options you have, they make a couple different options. This one is for the one that has the adjustable pedals, which mine obviously does. So the downside to this is we do have to, well, yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have to pull the door panel off in order to make this happen, because this plugs into the window switch, and unfortunately the window switches don't pop out. You have to go underneath to plug this guy in. So what I'll do is grab a few tools and we will get the door panel off next. So depending on what year you've got will depend on how much stuff you've got to take off. But I can tell you without a doubt, you're going to have to take this out, which I generally use a plastic pry tool. What sucks about this, one, I didn't get my passenger side one in yet, so I'll just do that off camera at some point. But what I was going to say, what sucks about this, look, that doesn't even have a screw in it. It's supposed to have a 7mm. Interesting. I could pull this out, but because I go into the plug, we can't get it out of there. So the next thing we're going to do is we'll pull this guy out. I think, if I remember correctly, we can pull out along this ledge, and then the front comes out. It's hooked. So we get those two items out of the way with like a plastic pry tool, and next we'll take this off. And you can use a plastic pry tool. Generally, I can get this out with just my hands. There's two clips. If you try to stay close to them, you won't break anything. Other than that, okay, you should have, I'm not even gonna take this loose, okay? Because all I'm going to do is I'm gonna move this off the post and take out this little plug. You can see, like I said, it plugs into the bottom of this, so it just loops through. But there should be a 7mm right there, or at least that one's there. And I will find another one for that top piece because that helps things not rattle. Actually looks like the incorrect one in there too. I can't prove that because it didn't come out. I have to get a magnet. All right, anyway, I don't need that. So what we'll do is we'll lift up on it, pull it out just enough to get this pushed out of the way. And there's a clip on the back of this. I don't remember which side it's on. Let's look at this one. There you can see the clip is what holds it. Cohen just replaced one of these in his truck actually. So let me unplug this, find the plug that goes down to the back. You can kind of see it. I'm not gonna be able to show you like a ton of it, but let me put the camera down. We'll poke this thing out. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have two hands here. Once I got it out of there, you can see what I'm talking about. It just loops down and plugs into the bottom of our power window switch. It looks broken. There we go. Green plug kind of towards the middle, it looks like. And you're doing this blind, so good luck. Go ahead, slide this one in. Maybe. Yeah, there it goes. Maybe another two-handed operation, then plug it back in and we can loop this back onto, look at my window tint that I peeled off. I didn't do a very good job here, guys. Got it installed and it seems to be moving the seat because I accidentally hit the #1 button, but let's put the key in, if I have the key, and see if it will turn on and light up with the heated seat. All right. And then, like I said, the easy exit. It was moving the seat a minute ago. There it goes. Perfect. Cool. So it's working, and look at it, it's all lit up now. I wish, so here's what I wish they made a replacement like this for the passenger side, but like I said, I had to order a stock one. But I will tell you, I noticed that this indeed is the one that goes up top. So the smaller one will go up top here, and I'm going to have to go get the longer one to put in the opening that we had here. So this is where this should be. And there's one more thing that I got. I'm going to put this back together. One more thing that I got I want to show you guys in this video. And let me get this buttoned up and we'll move there. The next thing I got for this, which I didn't think I was going to get for like a month, are new reflectors for the back. Nothing looks worse than nothing in the opening. So it looks like these go in. They have a protective covering over them. But apparently I can't get off. There we go. So this side I noticed was in the door up front. I just noticed that actually. I don't know if my detail guy found it under the floor or under the carpet or something, but I believe this goes in. That does not look right, does it? I think they go in maybe like this. Put that in forward. And these two clip behind. Not a real positive snap there, I'll tell you that. But I don't see that it can go in the other way. I'm gonna take the other one out. Let's go over there and take it out and see what we've got, because that one just didn't give me a real warm feeling. Chances are when I take this one out, it's gonna be broken. Or well, I'm gonna break it taking it out, let's put it that way. Maybe not. Oh wow, yeah, see how, yeah, and I did, and now I have no idea which way it went. I think that's right. Okay, I think I put it in the right way. So the two clips go back here and the single clip goes in the front. Got a few things accomplished in this video, guys. We got this new reflector in the back. Like I said, they don't fit as good as originals. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I'll list them in the description down below if you want to try this out, but you can see they're off just a little bit, but they work, and I don't have a big gaping hole there now. Obviously we got the new switch in so it doesn't look all beat up. I wish I'd have gotten the other one, but same process on the other side. It's just a little smaller, and the only reason I'm replacing that one is because some of the letterings or some of the black is worn off, and so at night it like looks really weird, and so it just drives me crazy. But got new seats. Wish I could have showed you a little more of that process. And then obviously we also got the new floor mats, which I'm really excited about, guys. The absolute best floor mat on the market in my opinion, and I bought the cheapest variant of it. I want to say they're like 200, and I want to say I think I paid $250 shipped for the fronts and the middle, so not too bad in my opinion. But a few more things knocked out on the Tahoe. Now we've got some upcoming suspension changes. I know we just lowered this thing. I haven't even had it aligned yet, but got something really cool coming that I have not tried before, and I'm very excited to try, but you guys will have to check that out in a future video. Also wanting to put a different radio in this thing, so that should be coming soon. We got a couple things that we're going to be doing to this thing moving forward, but hopefully you guys did enjoy this little update on the ticking Tahoe, or Goldie Knox, I like to call it. If you did, like always, smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are not subscribed, go down, hit the subscribe. Of course, like always, ring that bell notification. That will notify you every single time we drop a new video on this or anything else. Stay tuned to see what we work on next.